Hey and welcome to the Lean Girl YouTube channel, your one-stop shop for all of your lean body hacks. My name is Angie. If you're new here, hey, welcome to the channel. I hope that you enjoy this video. I hope you find it helpful, and if you do, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. And for my girls who are OGs here on the Lean Girl YouTube channel, hey, welcome back. Always, thanks for supporting the channel, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy today's video. So today's video is going to be all about, ta-da, whey protein powder. It is something I get a ton of questions about, and when I get a lot of questions about something, I love to do a full-on video for you guys to really unpack the 101 on what it is that you're asking about and give you some clarity on the way forward. The way. I'm gonna have so many puns today, thanks to the whey protein. So today I'm gonna be going through all of your questions. So we are gonna be talking about who should be taking whey protein powder, how you should be taking it, how you should be choosing a whey protein powder. You know, I know a lot of us get super overwhelmed when we go to Discam and we're like, oh my God, there's so many brands, there's so many different variations. What is it that I should be getting? So let's get straight into the first question, and that is, who should be taking whey protein powder? Now, if you guys know me and you know my channel, you will know I am all about real good food, hard work in the gym, and no special fancy supplements, no spending money on a whole lot of pills and potions and things that really, most of the time, make no difference. So when it comes to whey protein powder, however, it should be seen more as a food supplement. So it's something that is gonna help you on your lean body journey. Now, I need to say in the beginning, it is not necessary, but it sure can be helpful for those of us who are trying to reach our protein goals. Now, when it comes to building a lean body, there are two things that we essentially want to be doing. So the first thing we want to be doing is we want to be losing fat, and the second one is we want to be building lean muscle. And where the protein comes in, it is going to help us while we're losing fat to not only maintain our lean muscle, but of course, hopefully, if we're training hard in the gym, to also build new lean muscle. And that is what gives us that toned, lean, hard appearance that we are looking for. So there are three macronutrients. There's protein, carbs, and fats, and protein is number one when it comes to building muscle. It is the only one that in my programs we actually track. We track calories and we track protein because it is so important. Now, a good goal is to go for 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. This is something that you can track easily on MyFitnessPal. So for most women who are trying to get lean, I would recommend a protein supplement just because reaching that daily protein goal that I've just mentioned is actually really challenging. So a lot of people get confused and they think, okay, say for example, I have to have 130 grams of protein a day. That means that is 130 grams of, say, chicken. No, there's actually protein grams within that chicken. So for example, there's 25 grams of protein, I think off the top of my head, in 100 grams of chicken. So if you had to eat 3 chicken breasts a day, let's say for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that would be very boring. You would only get to 75 grams of protein in a day, which is now why we see whey protein coming in as a really helpful supplement to either add to a meal or to have as a snack. So in my opinion, everyone should be including a whey protein supplement. If you are not able to hit that protein goal with normal food, which can be pretty challenging and also pretty expensive, then I'd say definitely start including a whey protein powder into your meal plan. Okay, so the next question that I wanted to tackle was, how do you go about choosing a good whey protein powder? Now, there are so many variations on the market, and a lot of it is marketing and BS and a lot of just, you know, marketing terms that people are using on the packaging to get you to go for that brand. Another issue is that when you go to a Discam or a supplement shop, a lot of these guys have commission structures that are linked to certain brands, which is why they promote them, and they're not always giving you the most honest or best advice. So when it comes to whey protein, there are different variations, and I'm going to talk about the two main ones. So you are going to get a whey concentrate, which is the majority of whey protein when you see it on the shelf, and if it just says whey protein, it's normally a whey concentrate or some kind of blend of whey concentrate, and then you get whey isolate. So a whey isolate is normally a little bit more expensive because it has gone through an extra filtration process, making it have less lactose. So almost no lactose, not quite, but it has a lot less lactose. And for a lot of people who struggle with having protein powders, if you've had protein powder and you've had a sore stomach, or you've been really bloated or a bit gassy, then perhaps if you have tried a normal whey protein, you could move over and try a whey isolate. Again, it is slightly more expensive. So if you don't struggle with any digestive issues, in terms of actual results, both of them are absolutely perfect, and the difference is pretty much, there's no difference. So either one you can choose. And then of course you do get vegan and plant-based protein powders as well. That is not a whey, but I just wanted to mention, if you even struggle with a whey isolate and you still find that you feel bloated, or the protein powder is just, doesn't make you feel great, then of course you can opt for a plant-based protein powder as well. Unfortunately, in terms of the amino acid profile, they aren't as effective as a whey protein, but I'm not going to get too much into the science of it because I just want to keep this video light. However, definitely rather have a plant-based protein than nothing, but again, it's not as effective. And unfortunately, when it comes to a lot of the plant-based protein powders, they don't taste as good as a whey protein shake. Someone said to me, of course it doesn't, it's a plant that's trying to be a milkshake, which is very true. So a lot of them are not amazing tasting, but at the end of this video, you can check out the description below. I will recommend the best of the ones that I've tried, so that if you are heading for a vegan protein powder, you can try that one out. I know it is a huge challenge because they sell them in these big tubs, and often you can try them and you just cannot stomach them, and they're not good. So hopefully some recommendations down in the description box will help you guys. So that's the difference between the different whey protein powders. Normal whey, which is normally a blend of concentrate and isolate, that's just your regular standard. Isolate, it has less lactose and it's easier to digest, so that is a second option, and then of course you get a plant-based. Okay, so now let's have a look at the nutritional labels. So instead of relying on Mr. Buff from Discam, what should we be looking at on the label of a protein powder? So a good whey protein powder is probably between 115 and 130 calories per serving. Okay, that's normally around 30 grams. Based on the majority of them. So if you have a look at the back of the label, the first thing you want to check is the amount of calories. Now, I must note that people and women used to be so scared to take protein powders because they used to see these huge buff, like steroid driven men that have been downing protein shakes, and they think that automatically having a protein shake is going to make you really big and buff and bulky. I promise you, these protein shakes, they are actually low in calories. Most of them are. And the protein shakes that these guys are taking are like these mass gainer that are full of carbs, full of fat, full of protein, and they are like extreme amounts of calories too. But your regular whey protein, if we're checking the calories, we are going to be spot on, so I don't want you to worry about that. Then the second thing that we want to look at is, of course, the protein content. So a good protein shake will have anything between 21 to 25 or 26 if it's a really high protein protein shake, and that is what you also want to be looking for. So a lot of the vegan ones, for example, they'll only have about 12 grams of protein for that 30 gram serving, or for the same amount of calories. So just be sure to check. We want that to be sitting between 21 and 25 grams of protein within your shake. So that's just some guidelines that I thought I'd give you guys. So when you are looking at the label, you are empowered and you understand, okay, what is it that I should be looking for? Now, of course, we know there's lots of different brands on the market, and let's be honest, a lot of them don't taste very good. And then there are a lot that taste amazing. And a lot of them taste these days, honestly, like milkshake, which is why I use them in so many of my recipes, because they really just like take all of my desserts to the next level. So I didn't want to get too much into the specific brands on this video, just because I wanted to live here on YouTube for quite a while. So I'm gonna pop my favorite brands in the description box down below, so that's editable. So if there's ever a new one that I try and I really like, I can add it down there to the description box. So when you're watching this video, it's always going to be updated with my personal favorites that I have tried and enjoyed. Okay, so when should you be taking your protein shake? Now, a lot of people used to believe you have to take it immediately after your workout and absolutely down it like as you put the dumbbell down, and that's not really true. So because all of our meals should be high protein, it's really not as important as we used to think in terms of nutrient timing. What is more important is that your overall protein intake for the day is close to your overall protein goal. So remember that little sum that we did, 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. And if you're hitting that number by the end of the day, I really don't mind when it is that you're having that protein shake. So I hope that this video has been helpful. I hope that it has given you some clarity on protein shakes, how you should go about choosing them. And I just wanted to finish this video by saying that protein goal is so important, my girls. We really need to build that lean muscle, and protein in itself as a macronutrient is not only just fabulous for building muscle, but it is also extremely satiating. So as soon as you're adding protein to whatever meal it is that you're having, you are gonna find that it is gonna keep you a lot fuller for a lot longer. And of course, it is still going to be helping us build that lean muscle. So if you focus on one thing, it should be, of course, hitting your calorie goal for depending on what your lean body goals are. And then number 2, we want to make sure that we are hitting that protein target. Then lastly, I wanted to share with you guys some ideas on how you can use and incorporate a protein shake into your meal plan. At the end of this video, I'm actually going to show you how I make my stock standard protein shake every single day. It really tastes like a milkshake, so please will you try it. But otherwise, you can head on to my highlights on Instagram or check out my YouTube channel. I bet you that every single dessert recipe that is on there uses some kind of whey protein powder. So if you go and check out all those recipes, I'm going to show you how to get super creative. And it's not just about making a smoothie or a shake. You can add it to different desserts. You can add it to your oats. You can add it to yogurt. I've got so many other ideas for you there on how you can start including it. So that's it from me, my girls. I really hope that you found this video helpful. Please let me know if you have any further comments that I didn't get to in the video. Drop them down below. I check all of the comments on all of my videos and I make sure to get back to you as soon as I can. So please don't forget to drop them there. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. And now let's go and make a delicious milkshake like protein shake. Let's go. Okay, so here we go. This is how I make my daily protein shake. It's really simple and easy, and I want to share a few of my top tips that are going to help you get the most creamy, delicious milkshake-like protein shake you ever did have, girl. Okay, so I'm starting off with some ice with my NutriBullet container or any blender that you may have. I like to fill it about halfway-ish with ice. The thicker your protein shake, the thicker you want your protein shake, the more ice you should add. I just add water. You can also use milk if you want. You can use almond milk or normal milk depending on what you favor. And so I then fill her up just over halfway as well on the water. And then I'm going to be using today my MetaLab protein shake, which is my favorite. This is the vanilla bean flavor, which is really nice and versatile. I use it in a lot of my recipes because you can add so many different things. Like you can add a shot of espresso and you have a coffee version. You can add some strawberries and you have a strawberry version, and the vanilla flavor just goes with everything. So when in doubt, get vanilla. I feel like chocolate protein powders are never that good these days. And then I'm gonna throw in my 1 scoop of protein powder. And guys, remember, if your protein powder does not taste good, your shake is not going to taste good. It's just fact of life. It's a fact of life. Then these 2 little flavorings that I get from Discam I like. The one is peanut butter. This one's supposed to be for coffee, but hey, I also use it in my shake. And this one is a little caramel flavor. Not necessary, but sometimes I like. I have a serious sweet tooth, so I like to just have a bit of extra sweetness. And then here is the magical ingredient that is going to make your shake really like a milkshake. It's called xanthan gum. You also get another thing that does a similar, or creates a similar texture, which is called guar gum. And just adding. Who's there? Hello? Okay, so we're just adding 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum, and it is going to completely change the texture of our shake to make it almost, how would you describe it, babe? Like a mousse. Like a fluffy mousse. Okay, and that's literally it. I'm going to blend away, and then I will just want to show you guys the texture. Be careful when you're adding things to your protein shakes. If you're adding a lot of extra calories, if you're adding peanut butter, if you're adding lots of fruit, your shake is going to be way too many calories than it needs to be. Keep it simple, unless you're obviously making it into like an actual meal. Keep it simple. This is really all you need. So let's blend away, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so here we go on our wonderful thick, honestly it's almost like ice cream, protein shake. And if I put a little bit more water, it would actually be even more fluffy. I think I should have put a tiny bit more, but you can play with the textures and see how you go. And then last but not least, you have to end it off with a bit of sprinkles. Guys, I'm telling you this from experience. Do not try and suck these up with a straw, because you will choke. And here I have a giant straw, which I like to drink it with this is from Typo. And there you go, my girls. A delicious protein milkshake.